Hello, this is Joe83. This is my highlights of the first round of the AOR Classic Christmas Cup, and it is around Japan. It's a pretty good car to drive. This car, it's the McLaren 1991, I think MP4-6, the one that Senna and Gerhard Berger drove. And we are here in Japan. It is quite difficult to drive. I don't want to complain, but it is, especially on a pad, it does feel quite difficult because the back end is more than happy to step out, so it makes it pretty difficult to correct on a pad, especially because the wheel is better for that sort of thing. But going onto my outlap, we just go out the pit straight away. My setup was pretty stable, and it's meant for tyre wear because the tyre wear is pretty close to do a nose stop around here. It's 25% races, just one, well, it's short quality for the first round, and then there on it is reverse grid order, reverse championship order is the grid. So hopefully I can do some decent races. I'm not really expecting to win this, as there's a few drivers such as AOR Limitless and Matt212 who are very good at these classic cars. I actually go fastest straight away there. But that was my first lap. I was only the second person to complete a lap. I didn't invite Matt back because he disconnected already, and I might as well have invited back as my lap. And now coming to my last lap in the session, the flying lap. I'm currently 30 because he's in the top left. But yeah, I don't expect to win this whole thing, but top 5 would be a realistic aim. There's a few people in tier 3 from here in AOR, so yeah, I hope to be maybe best of them, but it's difficult to tell really. As Japan, I practice quite a lot for. I don't know how much practice they did, but coming through on my lap now, just keeping it in 4th gear through all of the S's, as I just found that easier. If you put it to 3rd, the back end stepped out quite a lot, so just keep it stable. I kept it in 4th all the way through. Apart from this corner, I sometimes shift that down to 3rd, but not in the qualifying lap on this occasion. We're in max fuel mode, of course, and the session is over now. But Matt and Limitless both haven't set a time yet. There is Matt actually setting a time 38.7. My best at the minute is the 40 dead, so I'm actually down on that in sector 1, so that's not too good for my hopes. But obviously Matt and Limitless are going to be way too fast to try and keep up with. So my aim really in qualifying is just do the best I can. My best in practice was a 39.2, and Matt, you just sort of did a 38.8 or 38.7, I think it was. So yeah, not going to get anywhere near that, but hopefully I can get near my personal best, which is 39.2, as I said. We're coming through this next section. Pretty much, well, it's flat out here, coming to the spoon curve, and very difficult not to run wide over the curves here, but we just about do it quite well on this occasion. Down to 3rd for the second part of spoon, not quite on the apex, but close enough, and over the curves on the exit, get a decent exit now, and it's coming down towards 130R, the most challenging corner on the circuit, because it's only just flat out on these cars, but you can see we're 2.5 tenths up now, so that's much better stuff. We take 130R very nicely indeed, fully flat out, and down towards the Casio triangle. We clip the first apex nicely, and clip the second one reasonably well as well, and we're coming up towards the line now. What time is it going to be? This is the my best time in qualifying. Currently in 8th place. A lot of people improved. We got to 5th there with, I think it was a 39.7 or something. So 5th place on the grid, that's decent. Yeah, 39.7 there. Behind Matt212 on pole, Limitless in 2nd, 2 tenths off him, with Hayden another 2 tenths behind Limitless in 3rd. And then Shamil Heskey in 4th place, and me in 5th. There's a bit of a gap between 3rd and 4th though, so my sort of the maximum I can aim for is probably 4th, which is what I will be aiming for in this race. But now it's 5 red lights for the Japanese Grand Prix in the first round of the Classic Championship, and it's lights out and away we go. And I've got a decent start. It's very hard to start these cars as there's no traction control, and the tyres are absolutely massive, but we get a good start compared to Heskey, and we're right on the outside. It's turn 1. He's just start leaving a space on the outside, but we back out of it as he's got the inside line, and we try and leave space on the inside for Div out as well, and we just about hold off. But Heskey's looking up the outside of Hayden. Can he make that stick? He goes onto the grass a little bit, so that's giving me a chance to go past him, but not quite. And we try and do a switch track move through the S's, but the S's are really not very suitable for going side by side in. So yeah, very sensibly back out there. But Shamil Heskey is pretty well. I think I spoke to him a little bit before the race, and a few people told me he ran 1-1 wings or something ridiculous like that. I was running about 6-7 or 7-8, I think. So yeah, Heskey decided to go for a low downforce setup, sorry, high straight line speed. But I already get a warning there at Degner's on lap 1, so that's not too good, as it is only a 25% race, so the gaps probably won't get too big in this mid pack. But you can see still behind Heskey now through the hairpin. We just try not to lock up, as yeah, as I said, tyre wear very close to do a no stop. I did a practice race and got a puncture on lap 11 on 74%, so I'm just hoping to not have that repeat, and that's why I'm making sure not to lock up all the time, because locking up absolutely ruins the tyre wear. But Heskey has gone wide through spoon, he's over the curves a bit. Can I try and capitalise? And Hayden is just ahead of him as well, so we've got a big slipstream, as Matt and Limitless have already just driven off really at the first 2, so very kind of clear who are the fastest 2 drivers in this league. But now coming up towards 130R on the first lap, can we try and take advantage of Shamil, who's running that low downforce setup? He's going to not be able to take it flat very well. We do just about take advantage. John on the outside into the Casio triangle, shifted down the gears, and he's pushing onto grass a little bit. And I've had to cut the corner there just because Heskey pushed me off. I'm trying to collect the back end, and Devout's gone into the back of me. That has not gone very well. Luckily, Devout hasn't managed to overtake me, but I think he got wing damage, so apologies for that. But I don't believe that was my fault, as Heskey kind of pushed me off. And then coming back onto the track, Devout just went into the back of me. So yeah, I was just trying to correct the back end, which kind of looked like, it made it look like I turned right into Devout, but that is definitely not what happened. And Heisen now actually up to 6th place, but you can see I'm a long way behind Heskey now on lap 2, and we've just about closed in. I've clipped the bollard on the inside there of the chicane, but Heskey's gone wide. He's got low oversteer and exit, kind of trying to take advantage here. Down towards the first corner, and we've got a very good exit in Rich Mix, personal best lap as it is lap 2. So we've got in that situation with Heskey. He's not in the situation with Hayden anymore. We try and go to the outside. Heskey almost forces us off there. He kind of didn't leave enough space on the outside, but he played it quite well on that occasion. And through the S's now, it's not really good enough. It's not really opportunity to go side by side through here, as it is incredibly difficult to do so. But now you can see cutting all the way to lap 9, as I was really just running in my own race, trying not to damage the tyres too badly, as that is pretty bad if you start locking up. And you can just see collected my 3rd warning, and that is my first penalty, which is a bit unfortunate because the Giant is only 2.8 seconds behind me and will probably catch me up now. Or he might, if he stays in that sort of range, then he will obviously overtake me with that 3-second time penalty. But I believe a lot of other drivers have penalties as well. That Degnan one is where I got all my warnings, so it's pretty difficult not to cut there, in my opinion. But this car, yeah, it's quite fun to drive. You just need to make sure you don't shift, because it was a manual, like a sequential gearbox, so you can't actually just like engine brake at all really. So that's why you've got to shift quite slowly. So for the corners like the Degner and the hairpin, you've really just got to brake quite early and get the gears down quite slowly, which is a bit of a pain, as it's very different to what we're used to, and it's only 6 gears compared to the 8 on modern F1 cars. But now through 130R on lap 9, Heskey's gone wide, so can we try and take advantage here, as he's gone over the artificial grass. He locks up enormously as well, so that's going to do his tyre wear no end of harm, and he's actually almost made a mistake there into the second part of the chicane. But he's now down towards turn 1. He's got a decent exit, but we've got a pretty good exit as well, so we're right on the back of him now. And there's a big gap now to the Giant, I think, and KJ Gamer are battling. You can see in top left, but into turn 1, we're not quite close enough to go for a move it. Shamil's missed his first apex, onto grass on the outside. We're going to take that position. Thank you very much indeed. And Shamil, but unfortunately he's taken a bit of a karting line, and he's got a much better exit now. He's going to try and go side by side in the S section. I'm trying to just take the corner. He's completely barged me off. And yeah, at this point, I was just like, take the position, mate. I don't want to crash. Please, just, yeah, there we go, let him through.
He wants to play bumper cars or something.
And yeah, I was pretty much just like, I've raced Shamil a lot before. I know he's an aggressive driver, so I was just like, I don't want to crash with you. I felt that corner was mine. He should have backed out, but I know he's a bit aggressive. And now onto lap 10, he's got a bit of a bad exit off Spoon again. Looks like a slightly better pace here, as he's making quite a lot of mistakes. But yeah, that was very close stuff in the S section there. Lucky I didn't get any damage, but look at this. I went round. He went to defensive. I saw the gap on the outside, and we're pushing him now through 130R. Just get out of the way, mate. Come on, he's completely holding me up here. We get a good try to do a switchback in the chicane, and more contacts. He's trying to understeer into my side pod, but yeah, pretty on the edge of clean, you could say. But down that back straight, then he went defensive. I switched to the outside, and he completely squeezed me off. I had to back out of it. So yeah, it's a bit. I was getting pretty frustrated at this point, as I've been staring at his back end the entire race. And I just so impatient to get past now. 4th place would be pretty big as an achievement, in my opinion. And now through the S section, we've just taken it so much better than him. He is definitely running low downforce, so he just can't seem to take it at all. And through my tyre weight's on 62% with only 2.5 laps remaining, so that should be all right. I don't know. It could be a lot worse, definitely. As by now in my practice race, I was getting very close to the punctured territory, but Shamil's gone wide through the Donlock curve. Just so annoying. Like he went wide, I went to the inside, and he came across me again, so I had to try and go to the inside, and then it just didn't work because you can't go side by side to the Degners. But yeah, getting very frustrated, and if I do end up going for a move, I can't promise it'll be entirely fair, but I'm just fed up with him at this point. I just want to get past. I don't really care how. And now Shamil right behind him again through the hairpin. He does get a good exit that time though, and coming up towards Spoon curve. Hopefully he'll run wide as he has done previously. And I'll get a good run through here, down to 4th gear and down to 3rd for the second part, just about avoiding the curves on the outside. and now taking a nice apex for the second part. Shamil's gone wide, and he's not quite over the curves, but he's got a bad exit. We're going to Rich Mix. He's gone defensive this time. He's not going to swerve on us, luckily, but we're side by side now down towards 130R and around the outside of 130R. How is this going to work out? We're just around the outside, trying to turn in, but he's there, and we've got Liam's pace, but we go over the curves a bit. But no, I'm done. It's quite a difficult corner because side by side, and now into the next corner, we lock up massively the inside, and he's still there. So try to get him gone. We get oversteer over that bump, and we very nearly ended up in the pit wall there. But Shamil has had to back out. Luckily, I had the shortest run down towards the line, and he's backed out finally. But you can see on that lap, I lost 2.9 seconds to my best, I think. And yeah, that's just how much he was holding me up there. So absolutely, finally, pretty much getting past him. And we're up into 4th place now, and Shamil's defending from KJ Gamer. You can see in the top left, they swap positions in turn 1. So there's already battling happening behind me, and I just need to push now and use all the rich mix I've got and try and just push away. Now onto lap 13, you can see I have done that exactly. And KJ Gamer is the car behind me now, and earlier in the race Jeff told me he had a penalty, but Tiro Limitless wins the race after Matt 212 got a last lap puncture after being ahead by about 3 or 4 seconds the entire race. So I feel so bad for Matt, but he shouldn't have pushed so much is what I can say. But KJ Gamer now quite a bit behind me, so hopefully this penalty won't mean anything. But coming up through the last few corners, I'm at 77%, which is just about good enough to not get a puncture. We crossed the line for 4th place, which is a very good start to the Classics Championship. I'm very happy with that. And Matt 212 actually ended up at 3rd place. You can see as Hayden overtook him on the line with that puncture. So Tiro Limitless wins, Hayden 2nd, Matt 3rd, myself in 4th, KJ Gamer 5th, Mini Dude, Jack doing very well in 6th place, sorry, Heist in 7th, Fluffy Fellow 12, Jack Hopwood recovering, and so Jazzer as well to 9th and 10th after colliding on lap 1. So these videos will come out pretty quickly. I'm hoping to get highlights out for all of them, but one of the races I'm going to have to record on my laptop because I'm actually away, so that might not go very well. But hopefully you enjoyed. If you do, then subscribe to the channel, like the video, all that good stuff. Comment down below what you thought. This is JO83, and I will see you next time.